Hey everyone, I'm sorry that I'm a little late on my review with the Apple Watch, which is still going strong, which I definitely love. I know in the last video I said I'd give it about 3 days and then give you a review, and due to some outside circumstances and some other things that have come up, I'm giving you a review today. So we're going to have 5 different pros and then 5 different cons about the watch. And just to say, I'm pretty impressed with the Apple Watch. I think it's better than what the reviews before the Apple Watch came out. Is it a must-have device? In my opinion, yes. I think it's a must-have. I think a lot of people are going to realize that this is a must-have device. And here's my personal reasons why. Number 5, for the 5 things that are good. Number 1, notifications. I love having my phone on the charger and getting notified when I get text messages, when I get messages from Facebook, when I just get any messages that I personally have already set on the phone. That is great because now there's no more coming back to my phone and going, oh, I missed all these because the phone was on the charger or the phone was in the other room and I didn't hear it, or a call comes in. The call clarity has been awesome. It's better than my car system, which is kind of surprising since you spend $1,000 for a car. And I just love it. I just love having that feature of it being an extension under my phone, and I'm not missing important things, and I'm not missing my friends who text me or message me on Facebook and all that. So that is the number one thing I love about this, is that I'm constantly connected to my phone when I need to. When I don't, I take the watch off or put it on mute. But that's been the nice thing, is I'm constantly connected. As I said in the video, it works on Wi-Fi. So I can leave it on my desk at work and I can get a call, or I can get messages or texts anywhere where it's connected to Wi-Fi. Don't have to be in Bluetooth range. I had a little problem at work getting across on the other side of the building. I'm not sure it's the Wi-Fi, but at the house, I'm doing fine. I leave my phone up and the charger up in my room, and I'm downstairs, upstairs, in the garage, all over the place, even outside, and I'm still getting my notifications and all that. So the third thing I like about it is the battery life. Not only is the battery life on the phone quite surprising, but it also extended my battery life, unsurprisingly, on my iPhone. I knew it would because the notifications are not being popped up on my phone. So actually my battery on my iPhone 6 Plus is actually lasting longer because the notifications aren't popping up on it, it's popping on the phone. And I'm getting about 16 to 18 hours, probably about what Apple said on my watch. And charge time is about an hour, hour and a half. From a dead 1% left, I think it took about an hour for it to charge up. It may depend on, just depends how long it needs to charge up. So it's been very good that way. I'm super happy with battery life. It's not only saving battery life on my phone to last longer through the day, but the battery life on the watch is quite surprisingly pretty good for a first generation. So that comes to number 4. How comfortable is it? The band, I thought, would be sort of comfortable and kind of like a hard plastic kind of thing, kind of like a plastic that makes you itch. But actually, it's very, very soft plastic. It's actually not plastic, it's actually rubber. So, excuse for the mistake on that one. But it's a soft rubber, and it's a very comfortable rubber that goes around the wrist. It doesn't constrict, and the watch itself is not making some watches make my skin itch, especially if I wash my hands, especially in the line of work I am, being professional and working with children and all that. You wash your hands a lot, and actually it's a soap. If soap gets under my watch, then it might itch, but this thing is so easy to take off and dry up that I've actually had no of those reactions. It's very comfortable. I don't even notice it's there. I'm glad that it goes ding ding on me, and it reminds me, hey, I'm here. Even that, I wouldn't know the watch was even there. So that's been a great plus. And finally, games. Like if you have Trivia Crack like I do, it's nice that I can actually still play when my friends beep in that they're ready to play. There's some other games that are out there you can do on here. Also, some of the apps notifications, like my banking apps and my credit card apps, I can, swipe and see at a glance on what my balance is currently at. That is great. Also, what is also great is that I'm able to play games on this little screen. So, kind of addicted to the games on here. I've got a couple that, a couple of the freebies, but other than that, this has great potential. So for my list of 5 things that were kind of cons for me, which I kind of expected, and for the first generation, I don't expect a whole bunch because I was there when the first iPhone came out, and I bought the iPhone 2, and I bought the iPhone 3, and so on. So this, I think, is that first generation is better than the first generation iPhone 1. I mean, although that was spectacular and how easy it was to use, I think they hit it right on for first generation. So if you want to wait for generation 2 or 3, that's fine. I hope they don't make this a yearly thing. I hope it's like every other year. And if they do make it a yearly thing, I hope they don't say, okay, now you have to have the Apple Watch 2 and then kind of leave us who paid, hundreds of dollars for the first one out. So the first con that I really, really have is there's not enough apps supported. There is not enough apps on this phone supported. Basically, only people I can reply back to is text messages. That's it. I can't reply back to Facebook Messenger. I can't reply back to any of the chat programs I have. I can't reply back to anyone except for email or text messaging, and that is kind of a letdown. So hopefully developers will come out with the ability to do that. Also, apps are kind of just like notifications. I can't really get into them. I can't do a quick way like it'd be nice with the banking apps, like it gives you an alert that, hey, you've got a low balance in this account that you can hit a button real quick and then transfer money. You still have to go use your phone. So really, it's a extension of your phone, but kind of not an extension of your phone. So you still need your phone on that one. Another thing that, number 2, smudging. Smudging. I clean this screen, I swear. I carry this cloth right here. I carry this cloth all day long because I have really oily skin. No matter what I do, it's just my genetic makeup. And I'm constantly having to do this at least 3 to 5 times a day because of the smudging that goes on the phone. And then that kind of hinders it recognizing. Sometimes it recognizes when I do a tap, fine. Sometimes it thinks I did a forced tap and I didn't. So smudging on the phone, kind of like on an iPhone or an iPad, when you don't have a protective barrier on it or a smudge, I was kind of disappointed that it might not show up as bad on the Sapphire glass, but on the glass that's on the Sport model, yeah, the fingerprints are all over and the swipes and everything. So that was kind of a downside for me, but it's something I can live with because I always have my cleaning cloths with me anyways for my phones because I'm so used to having fingerprints everywhere. Another thing you really want to watch out, and you want to go into your iPhone app, is notifications. There's no simple way to do notifications. You have to do one by one by one if you don't want notifications. If you have the watch set up to give you notifications for everything your phone does, in conversations, it's going to be awful. Absolutely awful. Because you'll get a notification after notification after notification. I mean, just the apps that I have, which is like 6 apps that I have turned on for notifications, sitting and having a lunch with coworkers, whatnot, it can get a little embarrassing and it can get a little annoying. Annoying. There we go. I just noticed I made a mistake. That you're getting all these notifications, you get into ding, and it's like, ooh, not a good thing, not a good thing, not a good thing. So, put it on mute if you're going to do that. It's real easy. You can cover your hand over it for so long, and that mutes the phone. I would recommend doing that, but then you can have a whole bunch of notifications. So choose your notifications. Choose your notifications. Choose your notifications. The fourth thing that I have is more watch faces. I love, of course, if you've seen, I don't know if you guys can see it. Oh no, it's going to fit my it. You guys all know I like my Mickey Mouse one. I wish it was more. I know there's a lot there already, and I can't wait for more to come out. And if you've been following Mac Rumors or Cult of Mac or any of those people, they're saying that Apple has flat out said, and I've gotten this email as an Apple developer, that there is no exception of any apps that deals with time base because they want good looking watch faces, which I'm glad. I just hope they come out with more soon, because pretty soon Mickey and I are going to get tired of each other. And then I'll have to switch to something else. And the other watches are kind of in my personality. Um, but on that, it's good. Some interesting side effects that I did get it to try out is if you've done maps and done the guidance, it is so nice having this thing ding at you. And so either comment below if you've got an Apple Watch, you've tried the app's map app and done directions, or go out and do it. Because I swore that if I needed to make a right turn, it was a higher ding ding, and if I had needed to make a left turn, it was a lower ding ding or a longer one. And the passengers in my car were like, it has different ding dings, like a faster one or a higher one for right and a different one for left. Other than that, it was awesome because where I live, going to downtown Portland, and me being from Washington, it's really nice when you have something that reminds you, and you're not waiting to hear a voice saying, okay, at this turn right. And it goes ding, ding, hey, you're turning now. So that's great. So that's an interesting side effect. So that is my review. It's kind of a summary review. On a scale of 1 to 10 on where I rate the first generation, I would say probably about a 7, maybe an 8. Is it a must-have? Yes. It's a must-have. Even if you have to wait. 350 just for the 38 millimeter is great. The 42, which is this one, fits my hand perfectly since I have such big wrists. And if you have any doubts about the Apple Watch, go make a reservation, and that will clear your answers, because they can show you everything. I mean, there's the photo apps I could talk about, having all my photos here, which was great because I can see my photos, and if I don't have my phone with me, I'm like, oh, well, I have my photos right here. My music, and all that. The one thing I want to put out there too, with Bluetooth. Now I have a pair, and they're kind of a cheap pair. They're like a $10 pair of Bluetooth headphones. They did not do well with this Apple Watch when paired to them. It cut out lots of times, and it just sounded horrible. But then again, I looked at the specs, and it was like Bluetooth 2.1. So, I mean, they're really old. I don't have any new ones. I thought about getting maybe the Beats or comparable ones, because that's what they show. So if you have those, comment below and say how they work. Is anyone having trouble with the Bluetooth headphones cutting in and out? That's the only thing I hate about Bluetooth, is it always seems like it's not as good as having the wire. So I guess that's another downside, kind of segueing it in there. But other than that, the Apple Watch has been great. I love it. I'm glad I spent the $399, $432 if you have state sales tax like I do. And go to the Apple Store. Try it out. You don't have to buy it. I realize that the lines are kind of long on some appointments because they've been kind of going to back up. A couple people have said online, but make your appointment. Try out the watches. See which ones you like. Just remember that Space Gray in the Sport is the most popular one, so that one has more long time. So if you're just thinking of getting the watch and don't mind waiting till it comes to the store, then go ahead and do it. It's a great purchase. I'm glad I got it. I'm glad I was one of the first people within 1201 who were able to get it, and I'm pretty impressed with this thing. So if you have any comments, questions, or anything like that, go ahead and comment below. Subscribe to the channel. It's a brand new channel, and you guys are amazing. And thanks for watching just a little old average person doing this review, and more stuff to come. So have a good day.